The glowing numbers on a screen, the crisp feel of new banknotes, the satisfying click of an online purchase. It's a modern-day ritual. Money comes in, and just as quickly, it goes out. What if I told you that this seemingly harmless cycle, this monthly financial reset, is a carefully laid trap? A system designed not for your prosperity, but for your perpetual financial vulnerability. For years, we've been conditioned to believe that our income is simply a resource to be consumed until the next paycheck arrives. But beneath this surface-level assumption lies a far more unsettling reality, one that quietly steers millions toward a life of instability and dependence. To understand the true cost of spending everything you earn, we need to look beyond the immediate gratification of a purchase and investigate the hidden architecture of personal finance that keeps so many people running in place forever, chasing the next dollar. It's a story we see play out in countless lives, a silent epidemic of financial fragility. Consider the life of someone we'll call Alex, a graphic designer living in a bustling city, earning a decent, steady income. Each month, when the direct deposit hits, a wave of relief washes over him. The first week is a flurry of activity. Rent is paid, utilities are covered, and the credit card bill from the previous month is settled. With the major obligations out of the way, the remaining balance feels like a playground of possibilities. A new pair of limited edition sneakers he's been eyeing, weekend trips with friends, dinners at trendy new restaurants, the latest tech gadget that promises to streamline his workflow. The justifications are always there, logical and persuasive. I work hard. I deserve it. It's an investment in my happiness. You only live once. Each purchase is a small dopamine hit, tangible reward for his labor. The bank account balance dwindles steadily through the month, a countdown clock to the next payday. By the final week, things get tight. Lunches are packed from home, social invitations are politely declined, and the gas tank is never quite full. It's a familiar, manageable discomfort, a temporary austerity before the cycle resets. This is what Alex considers normal. He isn't in massive debt, he pays his bills on time, and he's enjoying his life. From the outside, he's a success story. But this normal is a house of cards, built on the fragile assumption that life will always proceed as planned. One Tuesday morning, Alex wakes up with a throbbing pain in his jaw. A trip to the dentist reveals an infected wisdom tooth that requires immediate complex surgery. The cost, even with his mediocre insurance, is a staggering $2,000. Suddenly, the world shifts. That money simply doesn't exist in his account. The next paycheck is over a week away, and it's already earmarked for rent and other bills. Panic begins to set in. He's forced to put the entire dental bill on a high-interest credit card, the very tool he thought he was managing so well. The monthly minimum payment is now a new, unwelcome fixture in his budget, a constant reminder of his vulnerability. A few months later, his car, his reliable companion for his daily commute, breaks down on the freeway. The diagnosis from the mechanic is grim: a failed transmission. Repair cost is another $3,000. He has no choice but to take out a small personal loan, adding another layer of debt, another monthly payment that eats away at his income before he even has a chance to spend it. This is the moment the illusion shatters. Alex's life, once a comfortable rhythm of earning and spending, has devolved into a chaotic scramble to stay afloat. The joy of his purchases has been replaced by the crushing weight of his obligations. He's no longer just paying for his present life. He's paying for the emergencies of his past, with interest. The sneakers gathered dust in his closet, a symbol of a time when his biggest worry was which color to choose. The dinners out are a distant memory, replaced by the stark reality of grocery budgets and instant noodles. His financial life has become a game of whack-a-mole, where every time he manages to pay down one debt, another unexpected expense pops up, threatening to pull him under. He is trapped in a debt cycle, a vortex created by a single fundamental error: the belief that it was okay to spend every dollar he earned. He wasn't just living paycheck to paycheck. He was living on the edge of a cliff, and it only took a couple of unlucky steps for him to fall. His story isn't an anomaly. It's the predictable, tragic outcome for anyone who fails to build a buffer between themselves and the inherent uncertainty of life. Spending all your money isn't just a bad habit. It's a blueprint for personal financial chaos, turning manageable setbacks into life-altering crises. This descent into financial turmoil isn't just about bad luck. It's It's a direct consequence of a flawed financial strategy. When you spend every dollar you earn, you are essentially operating without a safety net. You are walking a tightrope 50 stories high. And while the view might be thrilling, any unexpected gust of wind-down emergency room visit, sudden job loss, a critical home repair will send you plummeting. The first and most immediate consequence is the complete inability to handle these emergencies. Life is not a predictable linear progression. It is messy, chaotic, and expensive. Without an emergency fund, a dedicated pool of money set aside for these exact moments, your only options are forms of high-interest debt. Credit cards, payday loans, and personal loans become your de facto insurance policy, but they are a predatory form of protection. They solve the immediate problem at the cost of creating a much larger long-term one. You are borrowing from your future self at an exorbitant price, ensuring that the next month and the month after that will be even tighter as you service this new debt. This reliance on debt initiates a vicious cycle that is incredibly difficult to escape. Each new loan or credit card balance adds another mandatory monthly payment to your budget. This reduces your disposable income, making it even more likely that you'll have to rely on debt for the next unexpected expense. Your financial freedom shrinks with each swipe of the card. You begin making decisions not based on what's best for you, but based on what your debt allows. Career choices become limited because you can't afford a temporary pay cut to pursue a better opportunity. You stay in a job you dislike because you are tethered to the steady paycheck needed to keep the creditors at bay. The stress is immense and pervasive. Financial anxiety bleeds into every aspect of your life, straining relationships, affecting your mental health, and diminishing your overall quality of life. You're no longer the master of your money. You are its servant, constantly working to appease the demands of your past spending. Furthermore, living without a financial buffer robs you of opportunity. The world is full of chances to improve your station investments, educational courses, business ventures, but these opportunities almost always require upfront capital. When your bank account is perpetually at zero, you are forced to watch these chances pass you by. You are stuck in a state of financial stagnation, unable to leverage your income to build actual wealth. Wealth isn't built by what you earn. Act is built by what you keep. By spending everything, you are choosing immediate, fleeting gratification over long-term security and growth. You are trading the potential for a prosperous future for a new smartphone or a weekend getaway. The ultimate result is a state of perpetual fragility. You are always one paycheck away from disaster, one unexpected bill away from a spiral into debt. This isn't freedom. It's a prison of your own making, where the bars are forged from receipts and credit card statements. The simple act of intentionally saving a portion of your income, of paying yourself first, is the key that unlocks the door. It's the act that transforms money from a source of stress and limitation into a tool for security, opportunity, and genuine freedom. So, as the numbers fill your account at the start of the month, you stand at a crossroads. Down one path lies the familiar, well-trodden road of consumption, a path that offers immediate rewards but leads to a destination of perpetual vulnerability and stress. Down the other path, a less traveled and more disciplined route, lies the act of intentional saving. It may seem less exciting in the moment, a sacrifice of present wants for a future need. But what you're really doing is buying yourself something far more valuable than any material good: resilience, peace of mind, and control over your own destiny. You are building a fortress, brick by brick, that will protect you from the inevitable storms of life. The choice, ultimately, is yours. Will you continue the cycle of earning and spending, living on the edge of chaos? Or will you break free and begin the journey of transforming your income from a temporary resource into a permanent foundation for a secure and prosperous life?